Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me again. Today's a special release. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get this shoe. And of course, sneakers that bless your boy one more time. And I'm going to get right into it. First things first, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more drops from me. With all that being said, sometimes in sneaker YouTube, it's a case of too little too late. In the immortal words of Ricky Bobby's father, if you're not first, you're last. Now, everyone in the world already has their pairs, and by now you've probably seen 10,000 reviews on these, but these are still special to me. They're kind of a grail, kind of not. Basically being new to the game, less than 2 years collecting. Having a shoe like this in my arsenal is definitely something I'm proud of. Definitely glad to have it, no matter how close it is or how close it's not to the original. Without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. Straight from Nike and fresh with an elbow drop from Macho Man Randy Savage, we do have the standard Just Do It tape box. Go ahead and pop this bad boy open. Take the box out. You already know what we do to these boxes. Always. Like I said, you've seen this 1,000 times already, but we do have a nice box. Size tag reads Air Jordan 4 Retro, Tour Yellow, Dark Blue Gray. Dark Blue Gray. Dark Blue Gray. Not dark blue with gray, dark blue gray. So there, so that's telling. Pop at the top. I'm not sure if my lighting is gonna pick this up, but I definitely want you to take a look at this, and it looks blue gray. You can see there's definitely a hint of blue. There's some hue of blue mixed inside that gray on the inside of the box. Lest anyone think that this is a pure gray or a black, like a lot of people think it's supposed to be. Standard cement splatter paper. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, back for the first time since 2006, I am pleased to present to you the Air Jordan 4 Lightning, or as Jordan Brand's calling them in 2021, the Tour Yellow. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice that Tour Yellow colorway draped all over the upper and the mid of the shoe. So a lot of folks who had the 2006 pair are a little bit upset because they're remarking that this shoe's hue is not quite the same shade of yellow as the one that came back in 2006. Now, as I said, it's never no mind to me. This is my first iteration of the shoe, and I'm glad to have it. One of the best things about the shoe is the actual feel of the material. It's a nice, soft, smooth nubuck, and it's very befitting for the shoe. And it actually shows a lot of the inconsistencies in the shoe. So for example, on the medial side, you will see that there is some wrinkling there, which I have no problem with. There is a slight motion in the ocean, as I like to say, right here on the toe box. You will notice hopefully that the material does move as I move my thumb. Starting from the bottom and working your way up, right here on the toe cap, you do in fact have that blue-gray colorway surrounding it, white midsole coming around the back with that clear air insert. The interior is polyurethane for those who are curious. On the side, you do have that dark blue-gray netting with the Tour Yellow seated firmly behind it. Same on the tongue and on the medial side. For the eyelets, you do have a almost translucent but very darkly colored eyelet that is made of a nice plastic, which the high bright yellow laces do in fact go through. That is true for the upper eye lace as well. On some Jordan 4 models, these wings are made of the plastic material, but on this particular one, it is made of the same nubuck as the construction of the shoe. Leading up to the upper, you do have that Tour Yellow sock liner. You do have a Tour Yellow tongue with a gray patch with a white Jumpman and Flight written in yellow. On the reverse of the tongue, you do have that blue-gray colorway with a yellow upside-down Air Jordan patch. Coming around to the heel of the shoe, you do have that Tour Yellow heel tab with a glossy, shiny blue-gray Jumpman logo. That heel tab again is made of the same nubuck as the rest of the shoe. Typically, this is made of a hard plastic which cuts your Achilles up pretty well if you're not careful. Now the interior of the shoe is just white, plain white with a gray-blue Jumpman logo. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. On the bottom, you do have the three colors that make up the shoe. You have the gray, the white, and the yellow Jumpman logo there. And that is pretty much it as far as the shoe is concerned. Now, as I mentioned, some folks are not happy with the $220 price tag, considering that there were no spare laces. And Brand Jordan has had a tendency in 2021 to kind of do things just a little bit different than what people are expecting. Case in point with the Toro Bravo 5s, the color of that shoe didn't quite match what some people's expectation was from the 2009 version. Consequently, the same situation is happening here. This yellow seems to be a little bit duller than the version that came out in 2006. Hopefully the camera picks this up. At this point, you can tell that the laces aren't even the same shade as what's on the shoe itself. Either way, this is still a very, very dope shoe. Thankful to have it in the collection, and I can't understand why some people have a problem with every shoe that comes out. Granted, you can't please everyone, but the need to nitpick every little thing about the shoe is a little bit much. I get it's a $220 shoe and you have $220 expectations. But I find some people are going to complain no matter what Brand Jordan puts out. Now, as far as the lineage of the shoe, if you haven't heard by now, when Michael Jordan retired from basketball, he went ahead and had a whole lot of new interests pop up. In particular, Jordan Brand started a motorsport team that engaged in competitive racing. That motorsport team had the opportunity to design a shoe, and they came up with this. This shoe came in a pack along with another shoe called the Jordan 4 Thunder. And of course, we had the Thunder Lightning. That shoe was almost an inverse of this with black and yellow hints all throughout of it. Now, because of that, a lot of people are thinking that this shoe should have black on it instead of this gray. Now, along with that Thunder colorway, there was also a Tour yellow colorway, which was white in nature with the yellow and gray all over it. That shoe's another dope one. I don't know how to get my hands on it, and I think the prices are pretty up there. Now, when the Thunder and Lightning pack initially came out back in 2003, they only released online. There was no sneakers app at that time, and now most people have been used and accustomed to going to the store, a true first come, first serve. This shoe releasing exclusively online led to the demand of the shoe being very, very high. If I'm not mistaken, I think also in that pack of shoes was a shirt and a jacket, which really jacked the price of the shoes up. Now, even by 2003 standards, $300 for this shoe and $500 for the pack with the Thunder is an exorbitant amount of money for those dollars. Now, for my liking, I happen to think that the Tour Yellow is a lot closer to the inverse of the Cool Gray shoe. On this particular shoe, now the lace swap notwithstanding, you can see that there are Tour Yellow hints all over the shoe. On the bottom, right there on the flight, on the back of the tongue. So you can see that they do kind of feed off each other. Now, upon closer inspection, you can tell that the grays of the blue gray and the cool gray are a little bit different. The blue gray is a little bit darker than the cool gray, and that should show up on camera pretty well. I still think that these are two dope cousin shoes, and I'm glad to have both in my collection. Overall, I think Jordan Brand is doing a great job of giving us these monochromatic shoes. Case in point, the University Blue ones, which came out a couple of months ago. I think Jordan Brand is really on a roll, and I would love to have like the Toro Bravo 4 in my collection as well. Now, even up to right now, I think today's like September 2nd or 3rd, you can go ahead and be prepared to get a restock or at least late shipment pickup of these. If you're so inclined, the price on StockX is also coming down, so if you want this shoe bad enough, feel free to hit the aftermarket. What I'm not going to do is jump on the train of, is this the shoe of the year? Is this the Jordan 4 of the year? We will forget about this shoe probably in the next week and a half, or at least until after the restocks and late shipments arrive. No one will talk about this shoe probably to the end of the year. It's really a shame because we have this microwave society where things are here today and gone tomorrow. We waited and waited since 2006 to have this shoe return, and people are complaining about the amount of stock that's available. This shoe is a super GR, and I do not believe it was limited in any capacity. I am curious, however. Tell me your thoughts about this shoe retroing for the first time since 2006. Tell me where you think it stacks up against the Cool Gray, where does it stack up against the University Blue, and even the White Oreo, which came out recently. I really do like Jordan 4s, and I wish I had more to add to my collection, and I'm slowly working on that. And so with that, I'm definitely glad to add this semi-grail to my collection. Hope you all enjoyed me talking about this shoe. Hopefully you want this shoe, you're able to procure it for your own. I hope you enjoyed the B-roll. Of course, I'm gonna go outside, give you some on-feet action, give you some lace swaps, and see what you think. I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me. Hopefully you guys will catch me in the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.